folks? We're here with another One Piece manga chapter review. Let's get it. Let's go. I'm joined by my good man, Jake. Jake, say what's up. Introduce yourself to the people where they can find you, all that good shebang.
What's up, guys? Chris, thank you for having me on again. I'm from a podcast, a comedy podcast called The Buttery Males. You can find us anywhere you get podcasts. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at The Buttery Males Pod. And yeah, man, I'm excited to talk One Piece with you again.
Okay. Bet. Thank you for always coming on. It's always a pleasure.
It's my pleasure.
Episode. Anime Gensho. Follow us everywhere from Instagram, Twitter, podcast, and platforms. Subscribe to the YouTube if you're watching this on YouTube, because I forgot to put the chat reviews on here for my audio only. I will start doing that just in case you want to get on the go. But if you're watching this, I appreciate it. Subscribe, like all that good stuff. If you're listening to it, leave a 5-star rating. We appreciate all that good shebang. Go follow my co-host at RNC Dark on his Instagram and Twitch if you're in the Apex, the Demon Slayer game, Naruto games, all that good stuff. And go follow Isaac Linda if you're in the DMV area for photographies and stuff like that. So let's get into the episode. Chapter 1038, Kid and Law versus Big Mom. Before we even get into the chapter, let's talk about the cover, like the panel. That's crazy. What are your thoughts?
I was wondering how the Vinsmokes got out of, Whole Cake Island is what it's called. I couldn't remember. Right. And yeah, it makes sense. Like, it seems like everyone had to sacrifice something. I'm actually intrigued at what Jinbe might have had to sacrifice as well, like kind of going off of that. I know this cover story doesn't have to do with that, but it just reminded me that something did happen with him there too that he has yet to talk about. We're probably going to get that later. But yeah, I mean, like Niji and Yanji there, I think so. Yanji is in the anime series is like the one that's green colored, and Niji's the blue one.
Right. And the red, what's the red one's name? I forgot. He's it always, I guess it's like the Power Rangers inside of me. You always think the red one is strong, the leader, stuff like that. Yeah. And it's interesting. We don't see him, his sister, or the father. And I was gonna say, I don't think this redeems them, but it does show like they're changing, because it's like they kind of are sacrificing their life for Sanji. Like, that's pretty interesting. It doesn't redeem anything they did, but it's like, we owe you. And we are not just cyborgs. Like, we kind of care about you. What do you think about that? Does this redeem them to you? Do you think that they could repair the Sanji? Like, do you think Sanji is going to be like, damn, we maybe need to go back or whatever?
I don't think Sanji's going to go back for them. But I think it's the previous chapter cover art or whatever, the one before that, you see the red one and you see the pink one, I forget the names too. Yeah. And you see Judge. I remember their dad's name, Judge. And they're all away from like Whole Cake Island, apparently. Like, they made it out. But I don't think, like, I don't know if they're good guys or not. I don't know. Like, the way they're described in One Piece is like, it depends on whose side you're on, basically, in the world. Like, some people regard them as villains, some people regard them as heroes. I know they're pretty much assholes to Sanji and like people in general. Like, they treat like the housemaid or their servant
like terrible,
like trash. Yeah, they like almost beat the hell out of her until Sanji like stops them. And I think Sanji kind of like what he did while he was with them in Whole Cake and like while he was with them on their residence or wherever they were. I think what he showed them is like, it doesn't take like strength to be strong, if that makes sense. It takes a lot of heart and character. Yeah. And so I think like when you see Sanji like kind of showing off in Whole Cake Island in front of his family, he has no reason to save his family, and yet he tries to. I think it like clicked with them, like, Sanji's right. We've been wrong like this whole time. So the fact that they're trapped there, I think it's
interesting. Pudding still on Whole Cake. What is
he
going to do? Like, this is just crazy. Like, so many crazy factors. I don't want her to join the Strides. I know some people in the One Piece community are like, oh, let's have her join the Strides. I'm good. Nah.
Yeah, she might be part of the fleet or something, but never. I don't think part of the regular Straw Hats. But I
have my like. I'm gonna put like, we're gonna call this theory Chris of each chapter. So my theory is think about this. All the big, besides like Katakuri, I guess maybe Broly and some other strong commanders, most of the Big Mom pirates are now Wano. Who's to say?
Yeah.
Who's to say there's uncharted territory? Blackbeard doesn't come through.
Yeah, I mean,
Take over.
there's really good fan art, like a whole chapter made by a fan that looks like it's legitimately drawn by like Oda and his team of like Katakuri injured at Whole Cake Island while Blackbeard comes in. And it's really awesome. I suggest checking that out. I'll send that to you in our group chat or whatever. It's awesome. But I just don't think like Sanji even has the time to go save them right now.
Let's say they went like let's say just go the hypothetical they win this battle. It's like you got which I don't think they will, but you have CP0 outside. CP0,
yeah.
You have like a lot of things to worry about. Then you're like your dip shiver. This isn't like an Ace thing. Like you have, one, you already care about them. Like you hate them already. Made this sacrifice for you, but it's like you already kind of feel shaky. And I do predict by the end of this arc that Blackbeard's only choice of Yonkos that will come through Shanks doesn't give me the type of vibe to go try to take somebody else's stuff. He's like, again, the informationary Yonko. So I think by the end of this arc, after this fight, we're gonna see a newspaper. Blackbeard has taken over a Whole Cake territory.
I would love that. That's that.
That's putting that out there. That's the theory.
Boom. I'm kind of with you. Like I think like Oda has the cards in front of him right now. Each card is like, one is Blackbeard, one is the world government, one is like Sword, one is Shanks or whatever the hell. And I'm just waiting for him to lay out his cards because, I feel like we're getting so much Wano. He's like trying to make us forget about these cards in his hand. And I just don't know which one he's going to play. So I'm ready for whatever. I know they're there, though. Like we have a feeling. And that would be amazing. Blackbeard, in the newspaper has taken over Whole Cake Island. Katakuri, like, defeated. I think that would piss Luffy off, too. I think that would, like, get him pretty mad.
Luffy has respect for Katakuri.
Oh, yeah. Big time.
Yeah, that's a lot of things to talk about. We just talked about a cover story. That's crazy.
Yes.
Like 10 minutes. So let's get into the chapter. We can talk about, like, I guess the biggest thing. Raizo and his epic moment. What do you think of that?
I think we set it off pod. It's like, I don't really care about Raizo. I think it's cool that this is like his little, I'm paying homage to Oden. He's like, I'm going to sit in the fire because I had to sit on top of Oden as he boiled in hot oil. Like, like he's like, if Oden did that for us, like I this is the least I can do. So right. I think that's really cool. Shows a lot of character. But besides that, I don't have too much to say about that.
Yeah, I agree too. The problem with Toby Roppo is it's a lot of focus on them. We don't care. I guess that's for me Wano's big criticism. Like it's a lot of things for the Toby Roppo that I don't care about. It's a lot of things. But I think that was a cool moment. Homage. I do like for one thing about Toby Roppo, I do think they're amazing, like in the sense of I think they have the courage. They're literally doing like the impossible and trying to be. So I do appreciate the.
Oh wait, you mean the Akazaya or whatever?
Yeah, that's what I meant. My bad.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I meant Scabbers. There we go.
Yeah. Those guys. Yeah.
So that's cool. I don't really have a lot of compelling thoughts about that. How do you think about the Reaper and the Zoro scene and stuff like that? What do you think about that? Because I know you're a Zoro guy.
I'm a huge Zoro guy. I love Zoro, Sanji, and Luffy like the most. I think they're the monster trio. They're the coolest. That blew my mind when I saw that. I thought that was so out of left field. Just like I don't think it's like so significant seeing the Grim Reaper like that. Like, oh, this means like something really deep Oda has planned for us. I think it's very straightforward, but just the fact that we get to see a really cool design of like the Grim Reaper just like out of nowhere is fucking awesome. I've been looking at people discuss what that means on like the One Piece Discord. And what people are saying is that somehow this has been like foreshadowed since Arlong Park. And I don't know what they're exactly talking about, but they're saying like Zoro has been like running from death for a while, and it makes sense because he's always like he gets to his strongest when he's at death's door. We saw it in Arlong Park, we saw it in Alabasta, we saw it in Thriller Bark, and yeah, I think the Grim Reaper's here, and people were saying that like Zoro's body is dead, but his will is so strong for his like convictions that his soul is like going to sit in his body or whatever. And so like the Grim Reaper's coming to separate his soul from his body. I don't know what this means. I don't think he's gonna die. There's no way that can happen. But
Yeah,
but
especially after having a big defeat against King.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
why would he do that? Why would
Oda said, I think kind of recently, he wrote something out that was like the end of Wano is almost near, the end of the climax is almost near, and there's going to be like huge sacrifices made. But then he also alludes to like Sabo and Vivi, and so like who knows, you know, if he's talking about outside of Wano or inside of Wano, who knows? But I can't see such a main character like Zoro just getting like a quick scene like that. Like he's not gonna die like that. There's no way. So, but it is cool. It was really cool to see that design of the Grim Reaper and everything. I like that.
Agreed. So, also, well, I want to talk about the Robin CP0 thing.
Yeah,
that's interesting. Do you feel like they're going to kidnap her by the end of this arc? Do you feel like they're going to take her in?
It seems like that has to happen. Like it seems like I don't know. They wouldn't show this much.
I think, or I think that this could be used to give Brooke a highlight moment, because Brooke hasn't had a like even through this whole story arc, like Brooke hasn't, besides Whole Cake, still in the Poneglyphs and Big Mom.
Yeah.
Brooke really like had that shining like amazing fight, saving the day type thing, and every straw has had like that fight to contribute, and Brooke hasn't even contributed in this arc, I would say. So like maybe this is set up for Brooke to defeat one of the CP0 members. I don't know how the power scale would feel, because maybe they would be like, oh, Brooke can't defeat so and so and so and so. I don't know, really don't care. But I think either Robin has to get kidnapped because everybody else is tied up. Luffy, Kaido, Sanji and Zoro down, Nami and Usopp. I guess you could say maybe this is like a Usopp Brooke thing, or maybe Frankie can get involved too. And Jinbei still didn't get attacked, so maybe, but it's like there's still so much going on. I think it's either set up for Brooke or you're gonna kidnap her. What do you think?
Yeah. I mean, the protector with Robin would be herself and Brooke, and they're both really capable. But like, I think what's going on is like Oda's trying to really put in our heads that Aegis Zero, like this branch of Cypher Pole, is like really strong. Like they're really strong. Like they took down X-Drake, and they kind of seemed like they mentioned like, oh, that was tougher than I thought or whatever, but they still kind of like dispatched them pretty easily. And now we have one of Whitebeard's division like leaders, Izo. He's injured, and it looked like, it's weird because the scans of this chapter, the way they worded it was like Izo said, I'm not going to let you go another step to Cypher Pole, as in like, okay, he's going to fight them. But then the legit translation came out today, and it's like, it seems like it could be that still, but it seems like it's also like possibly Izo could have a proposition for CP0. But I think what's going to happen is Izo's going to try and hold off CP0, you know, let Robin get away or whatever. But Izo's going to get defeated by these guys, I think. But I think he's going to fuck him up a little bit. He's pretty strong. But yeah, I mean, I think they have to get Robin. I think it's like, it's such a strong plot point that needs to happen. They keep mentioning it. It's got to happen. Like Luffy and everyone's kind of distracted, like you said. Like it's like, so it's the perfect opportunity for that to happen. I don't want it to happen, but I think it has to happen.
For sure. And that could be that climactic high that Oda's been talking about, or the severe loss or something like that. So yeah, I'm interested in that. Now let's get to what the chapter is really about. Like, Law Kid versus Big Mom. Takeaways. What do you think? Like, even from the start to the finish.
It's crazy. When we last time saw Law like fight a big baddie, it was like Doflamingo, and he couldn't, maybe I'm missing a fight in between that, but like a significant battle was Doflamingo, and he couldn't beat Doflamingo on his own. He had to watch Luffy do that, and he was kind of like blown away by that. But now it's kind of great. Like everyone has gone up in their skills, like in strength, so much. We're seeing like,
how do you feel about the hockey bloom thing? I know a lot of people have problems with it. I don't, because in a sense, it's literally set up in a way to, if I'm wrong, correct me, but your hockey bloom as you experience in your fight. That's how, like, is that that's not how it works. If that's how it works, then that's realistic, because let's say you're fighting or something like that, you're gonna become a better fighter as you
oh yeah,
get more experience. Like, I don't think this is like an ass pull or whatever. What do you think?
yeah, I think you're 100% right. I think that's exactly how it works too, is like, because, Law almost lost his life to Doflamingo, like since that fight, he's like gotten stronger, or like his toughness at the least would have had to have gone up or something, because
He
like,
lost like an arm, like a
yeah,
like
he
an
lost
arm,
exactly.
like
Yeah,
an
he
arm and a
like,
leg, like something crazy. Got shot like 7 times.
yeah. So I think that that's totally right. I think that's how the One Piece mechanic works, and I think it makes sense that Law now, like, he's not like as tough as Luffy or anything, but I think he's like, he got his ass kicked, and he's like, all right, I know what to expect next time, basically. Like it's something like that. But I was really surprised to see him like kind of pulling these moves against Big Mom and actually like hurting her, like not just this chapter, but like this whole time, like they've been fighting. I've been like really impressed, like that Law is like
Keeping up.
definitely someone not to fuck with now.
Right,
And
right, right,
and
right.
Kid is more of a mystery to me, because you haven't seen him and do much really. You just hear about him in the newspapers and stuff.
Mhm.
And but I think it's like Joy Boy. There's like Joy Boy Theories, that one YouTuber or whatever. He mentioned that a while ago. He was like, so Kid, it doesn't look like he uses hockey or anything.
Mhm.
Like it seems like he is just brute strength, but yet like he's able to hurt emperors and stuff like that. So there was like speculation that Kid actually like is stronger than, maybe Luffy or whatever, physical strength wise, like,
I can see
because
that.
yeah, if he's not using hockey and he's causing damage like that, it would make sense that he's just like a tough bastard. um but yeah, like I don't know. It's really cool to see Kid like kind of and Law team up to do this. It speaks a lot to
It,
Luffy in
I thought it was
comparison.
I thought it was interesting to see, like, at the end of the chapter, they talk about how we're not letting you on this rooftop.
Yeah,
It's interesting to see, like, it might be subconscious, even at least for Kid, they have put that trust into Luffy. Like,
yeah,
he might not say that in a form like that, saying, "Oh, I want to get my battle," but why are you not letting him get to the rooftop? Like, you could just
yeah,
be like, "All right, bye. Like, let's survive and get out of here."
yeah,
But
yeah.
no, we're not letting you get up there. So Law has already put his trust in Luffy. We saw that with
Oh, for sure.
Doflamingo. We saw that back in Punk Hazard, him referencing like, we can do this, we have to take out Doflamingo for Emperors, yada yada yada.
Hmm.
And now we see that in Kid. And I think it's also interesting that like I always reference back to when Chopper said back in Whole Cake, we're really underestimating an emperor, and Big Mom's like, yeah, like, look at it, like your own crew doesn't even believe in you. Like, look at this, look at that, and they're just like, nope, we're not
Yeah,
going. And Law has his gamma shot. Was it his gamma shot? I think.
I think something like that.
I
Yeah, I
thought
don't
it
know
was
the
a gamma
exact
shot or
name,
something
but
like
yeah.
that, and I think it's mad interesting. But my it could be like a nitpick. My problem, if Big Mom, and this is about to sound like I don't like One Piece, but it's just confusing for me a little bit, because it's like Big Mom has always been set up to be Luffy's villain, like
Mhm.
back
Yeah,
from Fishman Island. I'm gonna
yeah.
I'm gonna
He
kick your
called
ass
her
out of
out.
the
Yeah.
world. You go to Zoe, you take Sanji. Whole Cake, you defeat Katakuri, you take Sanji back, you put Morgan's, because of you doing like that, Morgan's puts a bad name about you, and now your status looks a little shaky because you let these new generation come in and take it. So it's like, maybe that's me nitpicking or whatever, but it's like, then you hand Big Mom right over to Long Kid for the sake of a power up.
It could be the power up thing. I think it is like, I don't know. It's I think it's become realized that Kaido is more of like who has been at the end of the rope of things
Right.
since Punk Hazard.
And Big
So
Mom
it's
like was like the immediate villain, but Kaido was like the final big boss, like we're in a video game or something.
yeah, I think of it like when Luffy was fighting Fujitora at the end of Dressrosa,
Mhm.
like I think someone in the Straw Hat crew was like, "Why are you choosing to fight him right now?" And Luffy's like, "We're gonna have to fight him anyway. Like, why not just right now get him out of the way?" And like Zoro or someone's like, "He's got a point. Like, we're going for the One Piece. They're all in our way." And
Right,
so I kind of compare that to Big Mom as well. It's like Big Mom's in the way,
right,
but I think at the end of the day, you know, Big Mom isn't exactly enslaving a whole country, I
right.
think, but
Yeah.
like Kaido is, he's like, Luffy's
Saving a
directing.
country, he's preventing them from getting to One Piece. He's the strongest creature, so it's like,
Yeah.
and he does have poneglyphs. Like I would not assume he like I don't know if it's been confirmed, but like let's not assume that he doesn't.
Oh, I bet he does. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I
not just
just think like what's happening is going back to like Kid and Law.
mm,
It's like you said, Kid, without saying it, is like it's the least I can do because us two guys, Law and Kid, are struggling against a Yonko, while Luffy is by himself up there fighting the one of the strongest Yonko, like maybe stronger than Big Mom. So it's like
yeah,
the least we can do. I also like that Big Mom pointed out that she hasn't heard Kaido's victory cry yet. So it means that Luffy is most likely still fighting Kaido.
right, right.
And, who knows what's going on up
I
there.
would love to see like a Kaido Big Mom flashback of them back in the day. That would be
I
amazing.
would love that. Oh
I would
my
like that
God.
more. I don't watch the anime anymore, but like that would
Same.
hit better in the anime. I think anime
Yeah.
like why I wish I could go back to watching an anime. Can't do it no more.
I
But
can't do it either.
like, I probably could go back and watch certain arcs like Rashid. He just got the whole cake, and I could go back and probably watch it with him and like reflect. But like overall,
Yeah.
can't do it.
Same.
Um,
Same.
yeah. So do you think that Big Mom's getting taken down within the next 10 chapters?
It's hard to say. Like, I still think Oda has his cards or whatever, and he's gonna like I feel like something's bound to get interrupted, but yeah, I mean, I think Kid and Law could do it. I just am like I feel like I'm not as interested in that. I'm waiting for these like these tricks or these surprises or something.
I'm kind of interested in Kid and Law versus Big Mom more than Luffy versus Kaido. For me,
Really?
yeah,
Oh,
like,
okay.
for me, I love both of their characters. I feel like Kid's not been tapped into.
Yeah.
I feel like at this point, we won't. It's sort of like 1,000+ chapters and 1,038. Like I don't think we're getting the Kid backstory. Maybe they get.
Yeah.
I don't know. Don't really
Yeah.
need it, but I'm interested to see
Yeah.
what they do, and like also, they're gonna eventually take them down. Like at some point, like I don't not
Yeah.
like that. So it's like, who takes that new? Is it Kid or is it Law saying I'm the Yonko? Because somebody has to
Oh yeah.
do. So that's gonna be kind of funny to see.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my takeaway. I think it was pretty epic. I think Big Mom's going down with the next 10 chapters.
I could see that. People are saying that too in the One Piece Discord. They're
Mhm.
talking like there was like a poll that was taken like, does Big Mom get taken down next chapter, or does she not get taken down, or does she get taken down in like the next 10 or so chapters, like you said, and like everyone pulled for the 10 or so chapters thing.
I don't think it'll be immediately, but because like I think
Right.
we still need like her to make her come back for these attacks.
Yeah.
They're taking a lot of damage. This if they somehow like got through and like Big Mom and Kaido like somehow got away and this fight got disrupted, they're not 100%.
Right.
They're
Yeah.
taking a decent amount of damage. So
Yeah,
yeah,
this is why I think like Blackbeard could show up, because he does this like consistently. Like with Whitebeard, he showed up at
there's
the.
no way like he's not watching somewhere. Like
Oh yeah,
like there's definitely like a devil fruit user that can like see something like watch people in different places. He probably has one of those. You're like,
yeah,
oh,
or even just hearing like the getting, he has maybe a spy in like
the Marines or
oh,
something.
technically Aokiji is part of his crew now.
Right.
Aokiji could have like government intel about what's happening in Wano, so he might have spies places, and he might have heard the information like, this is our time to go there, kill Kaido, get his own devil fruit. I think Blackbeard's gonna get 3 devil fruits. I think he's gonna have a Logia, which he already has. He has his Paramecia, which was Whitebeard's, and I think he wants Kaido's devil fruit. I don't know. I'm going off now, but I think what Blackbeard does is he plays dirty because playing dirty is part of the rules of being a pirate, like that there is no rules. So
Right.
I think he's going to say, Kaido's weak. Let's go there. Let's kill Kaido. Let's get his zone and like let's be on our way to the One Piece. He's a shiesty guy, so I could see him do it. I could see him do that. But oh, what did you think of Yamato stopping what's his name, the guy who was one of the scabbards and he turned into
yeah. That was cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
I'm at the point now with Wano where it's like, all right, I know where I want the big bang. Like,
me too.
when we get to another arc, maybe I'll have a little more patience. But we've been in Wano for 2018.
70 years, it feels like.
Yeah. Like, all right, like, let's wrap it on up. Wrap it on up. Like,
yeah.
But I was gonna ask you, well, two more like final questions. What would you rate this chapter out of 10?
Like a 6.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I like it, but like, on a like as opposed to other One Piece chapters, I like, it's just all right.
I would say I would say like 7. Like 7.
Okay.
The panel, the cover story is dope. Give me a lot of questions.
Yeah, the cover story was sick.
And like Long Kid versus Big Mom was at least like 4 or 5 pages. That's enough to satisfy me. Everything else, but like, was kind of but like that was good enough for me to get like a 7. And now I'm gonna have it here. But what was your favorite panel? And tell us why.
The Grim Reaper showing up. It was drawn so well, and like it just like I said earlier, it just kind of like blew my mind that on a creative level that Oda like threw that in there. Like Zoro just looking at the Grim Reaper, I was just like, that's fucking cool. Like this looks so cool. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was. What about you? What was your favorite?
I would
panel?
probably say when Kid was talking about how the mountains in the rain and how like something has to give at any point. So that was dope.
That was an epic line. He's like, even like rock gets worn down by rain, like you said, something like that. I was like, oh shit. Kid's a poet.
Yeah, no facts. Kid for poet. So that's how I feel about the One Piece chapter. Jay gave his rating 6. I said 7. So again, Jake, where can they find you at now?
Find me with my podcast, The Buttery Males. It's a comedy podcast. We do improv bits, all sorts of weird shit. We have hot takes, but find us there. Our Instagram is at The Buttery Males Pod. Same with Twitter. That's it. That's where you can find me.
Okay, bet. Appreciate you coming on, man. As always.
Dude, thank you so much. I always have fun talking to you about One Piece, and it's always a good time. You're a great host, and this is mad fun. Thank you.
Appreciate it. You guys can go follow us, Anime Again Show, everywhere from Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, all podcasting platforms. Subscribe to the YouTube. Like, comment, subscribe. Tell us, what do you think of the chapter? What do you think of future events? What would you rate the chapter out of 10? All that good stuff. I hope you guys enjoyed this chapter review. This will not be the last. You will see more faces, me and Jake, hopefully, maybe some other people, who knows. But I hope you guys enjoy this chapter review, and we are out. Peace.
We used to play